Would you like to know how did I create this beautiful card without specialty dies? Today I'm taking you on a journey. We're going to be turning back the time in around 20-25 years, and I'm going to show you this super cool old school tool which I actually discovered today. My friends, hello and very warm welcome. This is Marta here. Today is another video from our beautiful collaboration between my dear friend Monika from Crafting with Quilling Lady, who is the host of this collaboration, and also my other friends Monika, Katarina, and Denise. All the links are down below in the description area, and I encourage you to check them, and especially the Monika's one, because she's not only hosting our collaboration, but she's also prepare a beautiful design with a free butterflies to print, but there are a couple extra conditions, so check the description area for all the details. Now, what I have today, this is like 25 years old tool which is called a embossing board, and this is something what was actually very popular at the beginning of early 2000, and I was cleaning up my craft space. My son had some guests coming over, and the kids are usually interesting to visit my studio, so I was trying to push some stuff in my cabinet to make more room to hide things away, and then I found the entire box with these plates. Now, I know they are very old, and I was actually trying to record the live video where I am explaining you what you can do instead, which I will tell you in a second. But have a look on this entire box. This was sitting in my cabinet since we moved back to Poland, and I haven't used it. And oh, I don't know. I'm now, my brain is actually exploding from the ideas and these design which I'm seeing on these plates, but I'm not so sure whether you would like to see it, because I know that not many people are having them now. However, my friends, I do strongly believe that you should use what you have. And this is something what I have, what I was given from someone who's very dear to my heart. And I want to use it. I want to enjoy it. But if you don't have any plates like that, what you can do, you can actually print yourself this on a copy paper, like any design you would like, whether it's a shape of the butterfly or hot air balloon, whatever it is. Just try to search for these vector designs and then print it on a copy paper. You can place the copy paper on top of your design, and using one of these design, like this embossing tools, you can actually follow up the line, and this will give you imprint on your design paper. Of course, you have to place something soft underneath, whether it's one sheet of the felt or maybe like a pillowcase. Just fold it 2-3 times and then just place it underneath your design paper, and you can actually go around not having these boards but having the similar look. So here what I'm doing, I'm grabbing this piece of the design paper, which is actually my own freebie. I haven't been using for a while, and I've made a mistake where I was printing it and I put it on this like a border printing around, because I was printing something else. So I had to chop this little piece from top firstly, and here you can see how it works. I simply embossed the butterfly image, and now I am fussy cutting with it with my scissors. It's super easy. You don't really need these boards. Yes, they are handy, they are quicker, and they probably give you this nice like design because you basically follow these grooves. But if you don't have it, that is fine. You can print your design on a copy paper and just follow it with the embossing tool, having your design paper underneath, and maybe you're not gonna get exactly the same grooves, this deep embossing, but as you can see, this is just something I am using as the guide to fussy cut anyway, so it's not gonna be as important. Now, once I have my design cut, I'm gonna be creating my card base. And for that, I've decided to use this watercolor paper because I love the texture of this, but any cardstock would do. All you really need is just a piece of the paper which you fold, and then you place your design, almost touching it to the top uh, side. And now I am taking my pencil and I'm just following the line of my design. This is how I create my matting layer, like this card base. And this is something super simple. Anyone can do it. And as you can see, we get this instant like layering effect. And I know there are dies on the market which are doing the job for you. They even have this like a specialty die to cut the card base, and instead of a cutting line they have this kind of a score line on top. But my friends, if you don't have it or you're on a tight budget, this is a great supplement for that. Now, very important thing which I like to do whenever I'm fussy cutting the elements like that, I always grab the piece of the tape and I am securing this card base. So once I'm bending it, the paper it's not gonna be moved, because many occasions I end up, and this is something I know from the past, I was fussy cutting the elements like that, and the paper has slightly shifted the both layers of the card base. And when I finish my cutting, the underneath layer was slightly different and they weren't matching. So a quick fix for that is just to secure your paper with the pieces of the masking tape, washi tape, whatever it is, and you just follow the pencil mark. Then you can erase it, or if you, like me, you lost your eraser, you cannot find it, just go back with the scissors and then distress the edges. This will hide the pencil mark. And this will also help with any imperfections you may have from fussy cutting it with your hands. Plus, I really like this technique because it also gives the paper a little extra thickness. Now, for my butterfly shape, I'm actually using these acrylic markers. These are very popular nowadays. They are super inexpensive, and I find this to be a brilliant idea, like the brilliant swap for the embossing powder. This just take me like couple seconds. I am placing this either on this piece of the copy paper or some like other, piece of the foil, just to protect my surface. And I'm just following the edges, and this instantly add this beautiful golden effect to all my elements. After that, I am adding the liquid adhesive, especially to those like little antlers, but because they're super thin, I am just adding a pinch of the glue to my hand, and then I'm just adding it from the back, so that way I have this nicely covered with the glue. By the way, my friends, if you enjoy my videos, please give it a like, say hi in a comment, or share it with your friends. Even if you don't have anyone to send it to, please just click the share button and copy the link. This is the great indication for the YouTube that you enjoy my videos, and that way the YouTube algorithm are pushing the videos further, which helps me to grow my channel. So thank you so very much. And of course, if you like it, please do share. Maybe some of your friends, they will enjoy my videos as well. Now, for the second layer, I'm gonna use the smaller image of the butterfly inside, but the problem which occur is that I don't really know how to place this design to be in exact spot. So I come up with the quick solution. And this could be handy as well for you to kind of trace the image, especially if you have the design, like if you will use the copy paper, you may not see exactly where this landing on your design. So I'm using the piece of the tracing paper, and as I'm following the groove, you can follow it with the pencil mark and create yourself a little template, which then you can place on top of your design paper. That way you know exactly how to emboss and which area, because what I was like, looking in this little small butterfly, I want the faces of the wedding couple to be in the exact spot, so they're not like chopped from the top or in the wrong position. But tracing paper was very, very helpful here. And even if you work on a printed design, you can use the trace paper. Just mark the line you would like to emboss and place it on top of your design, and then you can place your original design on top, or just follow the line on the vellum paper, whatever it is. So here I've made a little mistake, but I erased the groove from the back, and now once I'm happy with my butterfly, I can fussy cut it in exactly the same way which I did with my previous design. It's super easy, and these line, because they are embossed, the scissors are basically gliding through. So I'm just needing to twist my paper and then just follow the markings. And as I've mentioned, you don't really need those boards, but if you are interested, I highly encourage you to check some, maybe like eBay listings or something, like some auction. Sometimes people sell out their entire studios because they're no longer crafting, and you may find that they selling out some older pieces like that. And I love mine. Once I finish creating this card, my brain is already full of ideas what I can do with the rest of the boards. And even if I'm not going to be filming it, I'll probably make a couple extra cards, because I've seen such lovely designs on some of these boards that I really, really want to use them. But let me know if this is something you would be interested in. Would you like to see more of this older stuff, or just let me know if you don't as well. That is fine. Sometimes I just do the cards for myself, so not everything I'm making, I'm filming. But if you would be interested, I can show you that as well. Here I am doing exactly the same thing, using my gold marker to just follow the edges to help this piece stand out a little bit more. Of course, you could adhere it on the gold paper and then just fussy cut around, leaving that 1 mm border, but that would be taking ages. Same with the embossing powder. I mean, the embossing powder would be probably quicker as well, but I find this acrylic marker working miracles, and I actually pay, I think it was like 5 Polish zloty, something like that. So that will be equivalent of like £1, or maybe like $1.20, something like that. So super, super inexpensive. In my local supermarket, where I'm just shopping for everyday, groceries, I just found it, and I've been using it for like 6 months now, I think, and it's still got plenty of this gold paint inside. Now I reach for a die with this congratulation sentiment, and these are the same ribbon dies which I was using in my last video, but I didn't want to look for anything else or print sentiments, so I just thought, okay, this is lying on my desk, I'm gonna use it. This one was a little bit too long, because I didn't want to have those like a ribbon lines on the side, so I've decided just to quickly chop it. Sometimes just because your die is certain shape, it doesn't mean it has to remain like that. Always remember that you can stretch your supplies, whether it's stamps, dies, by partially covering it or cutting it, chopping it in half. You can extend the use of your own supply by just changing it slightly, like from time to time, and that way you get some extra use for the same money which you already spent on your supplies. Now for my butterfly wing, for the smaller butterfly, I'm adding a layers of the foam tape, and I've triple folded because my foam tape is 1 mm thin, so I wanted to have something slightly thicker. And then I put just a hot glue in the center, so my wings are going upwards, like, they have this nice dimension. And then I am covering the middle section with the sentiment, which I'm also gonna be arching a little bit, and I'm adding the hot glue on the both sides of this sentiment. After that, I've decided to add a little extra bling, and I bring over these gold half pearls. I'm adding two smaller one on the butterfly antlers, and then three larger one to kind of resemble this butterfly body. And this is basically finishing off my card. I hope you enjoy it. I highly encourage you to check the other two Monikas, Katarina and Denise. I'm gonna be watching their videos tomorrow as well, as they're gonna go live, and I cannot wait to see what they are creating, what other butterfly like shape card they come up with. This is a close-up look on my card. I hope you enjoy it and you give it a try. That will be me for today. Stay blessed, my friends, and happy crafting, everyone. Bye bye.